Welcome back to our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Bishop WANJIRU, after he had a total clash with Kenya Kwanza administration, and we recall on how she was mistreated, and it was a kind of warning given to her by the government. In her speech yesterday, it's a remarks, and now it is a kind of lethal warning she is offering to Kenya Kwanza administration. And according to Bishop WANJIRU, she's saying that she is the only bishop who believes in herself, and she only respects God. She have gone to an extent of issuing a threat that let no one dares her properties again.
Said that Tuesday that God will reveal our enemies, and some of us, our enemies were so deep that it took some warfare for us to know them and understand them. But it is also good that now we are there. Today I want us to understand some of the things that are happening in the spiritual realm, what I would call current spiritual affairs, or current spiritual affairs. You know, there is political current affairs. In the spiritual, where are we spiritually? What is happening in the spiritual realm? What is God doing? For those who know, and I said this on Thursday in the press conference, for the avoidance of doubt, the two properties, we bought them when they were two, and then we combined, amalgamated them into one. They are owned by Jesus is Alive Ministries. Tell your neighbor they are ours.
They are ours.
And ask your neighbor, are you old enough to have been here when we were buying? Akakwambia aje. And some of you were growing up at that time, and now you can see what we bought.
Yes.
So when you get a crazy person trying to imagine that this is their properties, you wonder whether they are mad or they are sick, or what is wrong with them. Or is it that there is high greed for high-end properties? Because we are seated on a gold mine. So is it that it...
If you've listened to that speech on the video I've just displayed to our screen today, and from that video it is going to form the basis of our analysis. But before I carry on with this, ladies and gentlemen, it is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you well wherever you are. I want to appreciate you so much, because if it was not your support to this channel, then this channel could have not reached where it is as of now. Actually, thank you very much, and continue with the same spirit. And if this might be your first time watching me at Down Kenya TV YouTube channel, I will also just request you do me a favor. Take a 1 second and click that subscriptions button and subscribe to our channel. After you've subscribed to our channel, please like this video. When you like this video, it is going to make our YouTube channel to grow. After you've liked it, share it to your friends, family, and relatives. Thank you very much, and let's all stay tuned for these sources of information. I want us to divert our attention and come up with a resolution on Bishop WANJIRU's remarks. And what I've observed today in the Kenya we live is that there are no longer trusted churches. The reason why I'm saying there are no longer trusted churches, when I say trusted churches, I mean you individually, you are the church. It is not a building I'm speaking about, but human being like you and me. When Bishop Margaret Wanjiru was once with President Ruto, she was vividly supporting President Ruto's campaign. And we recall how he used to be the former Prime Minister during that time, ODM. She supported that. And also Uhuru Kenyatta, she supported that. And what I normally say is that politicians always take advantage on using churches as a platform of campaigns. Then after that, they form a deal. When the deal is not fulfilled or yet done, we are seeing disagreement. The government itself will come for you because you've known the secret, or you yourself, you will begin to attack the government. And that is what is now happening to Bishop Margaret Wanjiru. Bishop Margaret Wanjiru had a deal with the government. And for her to be called a bishop, she was actually having a very strong spiritual when it's come to Christianity, ethnicity based of confirmation. And it is very sad. Now there is a total disagreement. And this disagreement is coming a day after we saw some of the strange people were sent to Bishop Margaret Wanjiru's apartment or church to issue a warning. I want us to begin with 2 or 3 analyses here on this Bishop Margaret Wanjiru's lethal warning to government. Number 1, it is a kind of exposing the president. Bishop Margaret Wanjiru knows what she's doing, and she is exposing President Ruto on the secret deal Ruto is planning to her. Number 2, there is a kind of luring the president to forgive her. And there might be, they had serious issues between the two. So Bishop Margaret Wanjiru is somehow begging the State House to forgive her and leave her alone. Again, she is totally confused, still believing in God and trusting in God, having faith in God. But on the other side, she's also trying to weigh on how she can come and associate together with President Ruto. That is how I've observed Bishop Margaret Wanjiru's speech of yesterday. But we want to say this. As much as these people, they always know how to play with people's mentality. But churches are lost in Kenya today. Leaders we have are no longer participating even in consulting God. They want to dismantle churches, and they want themselves to be worshipped. They want to go away with whatever we call prayer, and they want themselves to be begged in the society today. That is what I can say at this moment. And lastly, they want to convince people, bring them together and tell them negative things about each other. Then at the end of the day, they sit together and plan their secret evil among themselves. Who knew that Bishop Margaret Wanjiru and Kenya Kwanza administration could have not split? Who knew that? When we recall how they used to campaign together. In fact, the Nairobi senatorial race was made for Bishop Margaret Wanjiru, if we can recall. And Edwin Sifuna managed to win the victory. So these are the challenges affecting our leaders today. They are issuing lethal warning among themselves. It is also a clear indication that you ought to fight for your own. Don't expect any person to come for you to assist you. And again, Bishop Margaret Wanjiru is saying it is good to know your enemies. So she knows her enemy, that her enemies is coming from the other side of Kenya Kwanza. And as she is eyeing for sympathy in this Kenya Kwanza administration, we are going to see if they are still going to come back together and associate together as they were before. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the remarks which were said by Bishop Margaret Wanjiru after they had clashed together, or when the strange people were sent to a church administration or block to question her. And this, remember, she was even admitted to the hospital. Then after coming back from the hospital, she have poured her bitterness or her anger to the government. Let's wait and see if she is going to be in good term with this government again. Meanwhile, what are your take on this Bishop Margaret Wanjiru's lethal warning to Kenya Kwanza administration? Thank you very much, as I am eagerly waiting for your opinion at the comment section below. Meanwhile, kindly like this video. Like this video, share it, and watch it as you give us your opinion at the comment section below. Thank you very much, and it is a kind of request.